Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you how to create a 3D spinning GIF. Okay, so first click on File and then New in order to open a new page in Photoshop. I personally like to use a 1920 by 1080 page because I like the size, but you guys can play around with these settings to find a page size that you like. Also ensure that the page is transparent. Now once the page is open, go ahead and place the image that you want to convert into a GIF onto the new page. After doing this, you may notice that there are areas around your image that you wish to remove. You can do this by clicking on the Layer tab, then click on Rasterize and then Smart Object to be able to select the areas on the page that you wish to remove. Now after selecting the area you wish to remove with the Wand tool, simply press Delete on your keyboard to remove it. Now that we're all set, let's create our 3D image. So click on the 3D tab, then New Extrusion from selected layer and then wait for the 3D layer to pop up. Okay, so this is the front view of the 3D image, and if you look to your left there are various options to manipulate the 3D image. I personally like to uncheck the Catch Shadows and Cast Shadows boxes, but you can play around with these options. After doing this, I click on the BAT logo front inflation and then increase the shine to about 50% and the reflection to 10%. I also did the same thing on the back inflation of the 3D image. After adjusting the front and back inflation, I then changed the coordinates to rotate the image 90 degrees to the left, in order to get a better view of the extrusion area. I then clicked on the extrusion level to change the color, effects and size. After doing this, just click on the coordinates icon and reset the coordinates to put the image back to its original position. Now it's time to create the spinning GIF. So then click on the Window tab and then click on Timeline. Once the timeline is open, click on Create Video Timeline. Now it opens with a time that's about 10 seconds long, but for this example I'm going to shorten it to about 4.5 seconds. Now there should be a play button to the left of your timeline which you should click on to see more timeline settings. After that, go all the way down to 3D meshes and click the play button to the left of it. Now that you've clicked the play button, you should see a keyframe icon, so go ahead and click on it to create your first keyframe. I've decided to put another keyframe at the 1 second mark because that's where I want the image movement to take place, but you can play around with this and by simply turning the image a new keyframe is made. You can also change the coordinates of the image instead of turning it. Now for the 1 second mark, which is the second keyframe, I changed the coordinates to 90 degrees. Then I created another keyframe at the 2 seconds mark where I again changed the coordinates to -179.6 degrees, 0 degrees and -179.7 degrees starting from the Z to X axis. For the 3 seconds mark I changed the y-axis coordinate to -90 degrees, which changes the other coordinates, and for the 4 seconds mark I just simply reset the coordinates of the 3D image. This should have created a perfect loop. Now click the play button up top to see how it looks. The reason why the loop restarted is because I have loop playback enabled in the settings, so let's go ahead and check these settings out. In the settings I'm gonna go ahead and lower the timeline frame rate, because the higher the frame rate the longer the 3D image takes to spin. So now that the hard part is over, it's time to save this as a GIF. So click on File, then Save for Web, and wait for the file to be formatted. The reason why it doesn't show the entire GIF on the screen is because the size is too big, so all I need to do is adjust the size to about 33% and press enter on my keyboard for it to be formatted again. Once this done, change the looping options to forever and click save. After saving the GIF, go ahead and close the page in Photoshop, but leave the timeline window open. Now open the GIF file in Photoshop and it will appear as an image sequence in the timeline. The reason I do this is because sometimes I notice that the GIF freezes while looping. This happens because there are discrepancies with the time in the image sequence of the GIF file. As you can see, image 98 is 0.4 seconds while the other images are 0.04 seconds. Now, to ensure that all the images are at the same time, click on the settings icon to the top right and click select all frames. Then you can click on the time of any image to then change the time for all selected frames. To review your work, click the play button and then save for web again. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.